In this video, I'll be analysing the use of sound design, sound mixing and music in the animated feature Spirited Away, specifically the Stink Spirit scene. Directed by Hayao Miyazaki, Spirited Away is a Studio Ghibli classic, winning a multitude of awards following its release in 2001. Sound is an imperative aspect of film, particularly in animation, as it not only complements the visuals but also deepens our emotional connection to the story and immerses us in a new environment. Throughout the scene, acoustics are utilised to create a naturalistic sense of space.
I'm not giving you a token. Relax, good morning.
The reverb of the echoing bathhouse creates a sense of grandeur and emptiness, mirroring the garish nature of the building. We also hear the use of dry acoustics, with the Stink Spirit creating a low frequency and muffled gurgling sound. This evokes a palpable sense of revolting stench by creating an auditory illusion that the space feels thick and polluted. These techniques cleverly and effectively translate the concept of smell through auditory signals.
Disgusting.
Towards the end of the scene, we see a different use of acoustics, where the busy, layered echoing of the bathhouse sharply juxtaposes the muffled, drier acoustics of the water. This is a technique Hayao Miyazaki frequently uses, giving us moments of cinematic downtime during a stream of chaos. He explains in an interview with Roger Ebert, "We have a word for that in Japanese. It's called ma, emptiness. It's there intentionally. If you just have non-stop action with no breathing space at all, it's just busyness. But if you take a moment, then the tension building in the film can grow into a wider dimension."
Well done.
The use of ma within the scene is notable during moments where the driving music suddenly stops, highlighting and sonifying actions. When Chihiro falls into the bath after bravely climbing it, the score comes to an abrupt halt, allowing the sudden rush of overflowing water to take the floor. This is a technique sometimes referred to as Mickey Mousing, a term coined to describe the synchronicity of score and action on screen, based on early Disney animations. Spirited Away skillfully utilises empathetic sound within its score, written by Joe Hisaichi. The music orally mirrors the emotions and sensations within the scene, with its use of discordant droning strings to represent the smell of the Stink Spirit, crashing percussion to imitate the splash of water, and triumphant brass to reflect Chihiro's tenacity and courage. This allows viewers to emotionally connect with the story, a phenomenon Borio refers to as the collective identification, where an audience experiences a shared emotional reaction through the effect of music. Music is one of the most crucial techniques used to paint an emotional landscape within a scene, aligning with a character's inner thoughts and feelings, as well as translating intangible elements such as smell to the viewer. As well as the emotive aspects of Spirited Away's soundtrack, there are also many notable cultural influences. For instance, the use of taiko drums and an Okinawan scale pattern creates a traditional Japanese feel, while the implementation of Western musical elements ensures that the score is universally accessible. The use of Japanese instruments and music theory anchors the audience in a specific cultural environment that they may have never experienced firsthand. Kasabian explains this theory as affiliating identification, where an audience is able to connect their preconceived knowledge of a particular sound and use it to deepen their understanding of a film's context.
I think he needs help! It feels like there's a thorn in his side!
Overall, it is clear that the combined mastery of Hayao Miyazaki and Joe Hisaichi results in an outstanding sequence of film. The implementation of empathetic sound, acoustic variation, and audio-visual synchronicity to foster both affiliating and collective identification make it impossible to not feel completely immersed in Spirited Away's strange world. The film's sound design, mixing, and score are exemplary, not only complementing but elevating the incredible plot and visuals, making Spirited Away one of the most successful animated features ever made.